Hi everyone, Chris Colby here. I thought I'd just do another video log just to check in with everyone and let you know what I've been up to. So as of today, we're at the 7th of June, or 8th of June in the UK. So the country is starting to open up a little bit, getting noticeably busier outside. Just wanted to give you an update on what I have been doing. So I've continued to do a lot of work with my wife on her cake business. That is doing amazing. Got a lot of afternoon teas going out, a lot of brownie boxes going out. So that's taking up quite a lot of my time. I've also managed to get some time doing some reading. And I just wanted to share one of the books that I have been reading with you. And the book I'm talking about today, it's been a bit of a slow burner actually. It's taken me a while because it's quite a lot to digest. It's not a book that I'd say you need to read all in one go, but just bits and pieces. And that is Dave Asprey's Superhuman. Now, for those of you who don't know Dave Asprey, he's an American guy. He is basically on a quest to live as long as he possibly can and to stop his body aging. Basically, he wants to be as young as possible and live the fullest life. So this book talks a lot about what we can do to give ourselves more energy, to stop the effects of aging, also to try and stop disease, things like cancer, like the classic diseases that kill us when we get older. And what he likes to do is talk about what causes aging. So he talks a lot about how inflammation is a key cause for aging in the body. So he talks about a lot of things that cause inflammation, and when the body is inflamed, what that does, to the rest of the body. So examples are filtered water. So there's a lot of metals in the water that we eat that are actually quite harmful for the body. So if we just drink straight water straight from the tap, a lot of parts of the older network are metallic. So what that does is that releases slightly toxic metals into the water. We drink that. The body has an immune response because it senses that and tries to fight that. It therefore causes inflammation. Now, to your cells, now don't hold me on this because I am not a medical expert, what happens to your cells is that basically it spends all their time fighting that inflammation, that it kind of, in a sense, wears out your mitochondria, which is the powerhouse for your cells. So it's about different ways that we can reduce inflammation so the body is not having to fight not infection, but is not having to fight off these toxins within the body, therefore making you feel better, but also making you look younger because your cells, your powerhouse, are able to sort of spend more time on your body rather than fighting off toxins, etc. So it's a really, really great book. As I said before, it's a slow burn. You want to read a little bit at a time rather than trying to read the whole thing at once because there's an awful lot of information in it. Other things that I have learnt are I've started doing something called red light therapy. So what red light therapy is it takes red light, which is at wavelengths far different from normal daylight, sunlight. What that does, it has a lot of beneficial healing properties for the body, such as healing muscle tissue, but also it fuels your mitochondria, which are, the powerhouse behind the cells in your body. So I started doing that and I feel really, really good for that. And I've also started taking a few supplements that I've been researching on, again, just to give me more energy to really fuel up my mitochondria. I've taken some pills. I'm going to do a lot of video on that later, but essentially it's got some things such as ashwagandha in it, and that is really it helps with your cell health, but it also helps things like lower cortisol, which is a hormone that we all quite a lot have excess of because it's the stress hormone. Lower cortisol, which in turn will help estrogen for women or testosterone for men to grow up, to increase, not grow up, increase. So again, helping body health. So it's been really, really interesting experimenting with a few of these different things, and I am feeling so much better. I've got so much more energy for it. Currently what we are working on with my wife's cake business, we're working some days sort of 7 in the morning until 11 midnight at night. And you know what? My feet really ache at the end of it, but in my mind and that, I'm really not too bad. Sometimes when I've done it for about 3 or 4 days, it does still catch up with me, but I think all the better than I would have been had I not tried some of these new techniques. So I'll put a link to that book below. It's really, really worth having a look at. And also just visit Dave Asprey's website. There's some very, very, very interesting articles he's got on the blogs that you can look at for free without having to even buy the book. So that's mostly what I've been up to. I have also started reading Robert Kiyosaki's next book, Fake, which talks about fake money and the banking system and the potential collapse that's coming. Anyway, speak to you soon. That was my lovely wife coming home. But no, what we're talking about, Fake, it's a fantastic book so far. It really, really doesn't paint the banking system in a great light. And it really gets you thinking about how it's currently set up, and that gap between the rich and the poor is growing, and the reasons why. So I'll do a video on that when I've read a bit more, but at the moment I can't put the book down, so I'm reading as much as I possibly can. Anyway, check in with you later. Speak soon.